Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between Bly and Polt here on Zen, the latter edition. Got this replay from a replay pack sent to Wardy subscribers. He's a Twitch streamer. He does YouTube stuff. He casts his own tournaments with highly elite players like these two you see here. And yeah, go follow him on Twitch. There's a link in the description. And let's get right on into it. Bottom left-hand corner of Zen is the Blue Terran player, Polt. He's back, everyone. He's back. He's streaming a lot. He moved to the United States, which is really fun for Americans. And in the top right, it is the red Zerg player, Bly, the Ukrainian Zerg, who is known for his shenanigans. No proxy hatch today, though, from Bly. I mean, that'd be tons of fun. I would not say no to it, Bly, but I understand you can't do it every game, or people just know how to prepare for it, and then you're screwed. It's kind of Haz's problem, right? Like, I cast a couple games recently where Haz goes up against Cyril and does Hazzy things, and Cyril's like, dude, come on. I've got extra scouting for this. I know what's happening. I'm checking for proxies. The odds of you pulling this off are not great. And surprise, he didn't pull it off. Spoiler alert. So, anyway, we're going to make this a Patreon cast. Initially cast and posted on Falcon Paladin, patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. Available to everybody who hits me up over there for at least $1 a month. And they've got a Reaper here. So the Reaper name's going to be Garfield. Garfield the cat that loves lasagna and hates Monday. However, the internet, in its infinite wisdom, believes he is an eldritch being who craves to devour all and be all. Emperor Menx saw the horrific images of Garfield and sent his scientists after the cat for the Emperor's Space God Research Program. The scientists proved that Garfield was just a cat, albeit one who could sort of talk by thinking at you. Emperor Menx sent Garfield to the Reaper program to either force Garfield to reveal his H.R. Geiger-like true form or dispose of the pest. Yeah, I'm sorry, John is the subreddit. It involves Garfield as an eldritch horror. That's a very apt description. Whoever put that in there feels like a Joseph Atwell special, but anyway, Garfield's in a Reaper suit now. But there's also some like SpongeBob level horror getting tossed up over there too. Some really good stuff. Which, I don't know, man. I like that subreddit. I'm sub to it. It's kind of hit and miss, but the good stuff is pretty good. So Polt's control is insanely good because, you know, Polt is one of the scary Four Horsemen Terran players of the StarCraft 2 universe. He hasn't been super great in recent tournaments, right? Oh, he wants that tumor so bad. The Marine kind of helping too, but the control by Bly's here really good. Really very nice with the Lings. He hasn't lost a Ling yet, and he hasn't lost a tumor, and he hasn't lost a Queen, and he got a third base down and just in time too, so I like it. I like what Bly's doing here. But anyway, I expect Polt to get up to full form. I expect him to make it into the top, 4 of WCS tournaments and GSLs, and actually, is he going to be allowed to play in WCS tournaments if he's living in America? It's a region lock, right? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Polt does in 2020. I'm excited to see it, though. He is also a great streamer. I'll put a link to his Twitch stream in the description, too. Love Polt. He's good at English. He studied at the University of Texas. So his English is great. He's a funny guy. He's handsome. He's self-deprecating. Like, he's a great player, and he struggles. Like, again, coming back from military is hard. Getting 2 drones there was nice, by the way. But coming back from military service and getting to an elite level again is hard. Like, look at Tasia try. Not really happening. You know what I mean? A bunch of players come back from military and don't become who they are ever. And definitely not right away. So I'd like to see Polt do it. I would love to see Polt do it, and hopefully he will. So 2020 may be a good year for him. Anyway, Fusion Core on the way from Polt. Battlecruiser, good unit. He recognizes that for sure. Trying to wall off this other side. Zen is a crappy map for walling off against Zerg. You got this huge gap here to wall off. You got this thing to wall off with just minerals protecting it. Like, Zerg brings a drone in. Dink, doors open. No banelings required. 1 drone is all you need. Of course, that's lost mining time, so maybe Zerg players don't want to do that. And in fact, I've never seen them try it. So, Banshee follow-up here from Polt. He does have the Fusion Core, though, and he does have the Tech Lab and the Starport. Production tab says no Battlecruiser yet. But I would be shocked. There we go. If we didn't have one soon, and there it is. So Hellion's cruising on out. Third base pretty happily getting saturated for Bly here. He's on 43. Workers creep spread. Nice. from Bly. That's what happens when you just pretty much stop or non-stop make queens. You have 5 with 3 more on the way at 4 minutes is how many queens you have. I know people are watching this and saying Zerg's overpowered. They can defend with just lings and queens. It's true to an extent. Like, you need detection, which is why you make these spores at around 5 minutes. It's a little bit late for that. I'd love to see the spore come up at about 3:30 for Bly here, but he's cutting corners. He's recognizing the attacks that have come in here, and the timings on the third base just necessitate you can't go super fast on the Banshee or the battle cruiser, so he didn't get the spores until now, and it totally worked out for him. Banshee takes another shot here. Again, Queen anti-air is nuts, and for those of you who hate the range on queens, you gotta nerf liberators. The reason queens have this range is because liberators are great, and they exist. When liberators didn't exist, queens were fine anti-air, but they weren't disgustingly good like they are now, but they have to be because queens or liberators are amazing. So, behold, Terran players, if you hate queen anti-air, do you want to trade liberators for it? I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade any day of the week. So Roach is coming in. They're not going to get much done with a Banshee and a battle cruiser overhead, ruining everything. Well, you know, killing a bunch of Hellions is not nothing, I suppose. Battle cruiser has 7 kills. Roach is roasting up to death here. Bly's creep spread is just gorgeous. That's one thing I've really focused on in the team games that I play out on twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin a couple times a week, is focusing on creep spread. It's so nice. You got the vision, you got the speed bonus. You don't have to worry about getting snuck up on because you didn't see the enemy coming. They have to go out on creep at some point if your creep is good enough on the spread. And Bly's is doing great. He's going for a 4th base, recognizing that Polt's 3rd base has already landed. He might be a bit behind on this. And what I like about this game is it's 2 of my favorite players, and they're probably both pretty even in skill right now. I think Polt, obviously, at his peak was much better than Bly, but Bly's been very good in 2019, and Polt has not been super good in 2019, so I think they're probably both playing at approximately the same level. So I expect a very evenly close and evenly played game here. Close match as Bly starts to Spire. Does he need it? This isn't mass. This is not BC's. This is the one. He's going to kill a couple queens. Maybe just the one, but at least the one. Transfuse. Good transfuse. 11 kills on the battle cruiser. Banshee with 3 kills. Most of those roaches, I gotta say, defensively back home. Not what they want to do. Banshees want to kill stuff on this side of the map. But I mean, the problem here for Polt is he's not doing a great job clearing out tumors. I say that, and then he starts killing tumors. So, all right, works out in the end. Nicely done. Queen's trying to save it. Not going to happen. Tumors down. Got to replant those. And a 5th base from Bly. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total bases from Bly. Great wall of supply depots is up, protecting Polt's 3rd. And the battle cruiser's just having a wonderful time. Just a wonderful time. Cruising around, killing tumors, picking up kills. 20 kills now on this BC. Like, this is a lot easier, I think, than using Marines and a medevac to do this. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, they just got the 4th. Nicely done. I was so busy paying attention to the awesome battle cruiser and the Lings trying to get through this wall. No. But a drop does come over. Polt is not just using BCs. He is, in fact, doing drop action to kill Bly's 4th. Not too shabby. Dude, this battle cruiser, make it home. Make it home safe. There you go. Making it home safe. These guys need to pick up. This is too many Lings and a couple mainlings in support. That is a pickup if I ever saw one. Yeah, once there's a full surround happening, you got to get out. Polt's reaction time, again, a little bit slow. Not what it used to be. Bly is making Mutalisks. Who makes Mutas in ZVT other than Scarlet and Cyril? Those are the 2 players I've seen do it in the last year. And now Bly has joined the list. It's just there's too many things that can instantly evaporate your Mutalisks that Terran have. A ball of Marines, instantly gone. A couple Widowmines, instantly gone. A Thor, instantly gone. Battle Cruisers, instantly gone. Like, Liberators with their splash damage in anti-air mode, instantly gone. There are just so many things. Missile turrets in groups, instantly gone. I'm just telling you, making Mutalisks, if Bly keeps these Mutas alive for the next 3 minutes, I will be shocked. Shocked. He's got 11 of them, which is a good number. But these Marines chew them to death. They do. They absolutely chomp them to death. That's why the Lings and the Banelings are here. That's why you can't go mass Muta against Terran. Probably the worst idea of all time. Although, the very first game I ever played on the ladder of StarCraft 2, back in 2010, on one of those training maps where they got the rocks in the middle, like the 2 sets of rocks you have to kill to go kill your opponent to cut down on rushing. And I just went Mass Mutalisk and showed up at the Terran base, and they died. So Mass Muta won me at least 1 game in my career. I don't think I ever did it again, though. It just is not viable against anybody who has any sense of what they're doing in StarCraft. So here come the Mutas, and look, they're just not that great at killing the BC. Well, 3 Queens in support, yes, they're going to be better. But the Mutas themselves, not a great answer here. So Ling, Bling, Muta from Bly. I haven't said that in a long time. A long time. The Mutas are still alive. That's really nice. They are, of course, playing defense, which easier to stay alive if you're on your side of the map and you have creep, but anyway, Polt's 4th base is up. He's getting some turrets. He's got a, planetary there. Upgrades along the right side happening for us too. Infestation pit on the way from Bly's at 189 supply here at 10.5 minutes. Mutas taking down one of the turrets. Not bad. At least forcing the Marines to respond and then pulling them out away from the safety of their buddies. That is a big Marine tank army, though. That is a really big Marine tank army. How many Banelings do you have, Bly? The answer is not many. 12, okay. Maybe it's enough. Polt doing a very good job not getting onto creep if he doesn't have to. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like shuttling up onto the high ground inside the main base with a couple tanks would be awesome. But coming down this ramp and having high ground tanks is pretty good, too. Killing more tumors. Bly's creep spread is not nearly as good as it used to be. Queen extends, dies. Tumor dies. Are these... Oh, Baneling Ling coming on in. Baneling's just... Okay, well, I mean, they saved it. In the meantime, Bly's 4th base goes down. Planetary Fortress saved. I've never seen that strategy before. Anyway, Lings and Banelings cruising on in. Still several tanks remaining and army supplies at 113 to 83 in favor of the Terran. 2 hatches down. 20 SCVs died at this 4th base by Polt, but the base is still alive. And every other time I've seen that tried by a Zerg player with Lings and Banelings cruising in, the planetary dies and all the SCVs die, so I guess props to Polt for keeping something alive there in the planetary fortress. It is nice. Honestly, it is. Mutas cruising on out. How many turrets you have? The answer is probably not enough, as he could pretty much 1 volley down these missile turrets. 2 volley, but it's really fast. The Marines have to respond, and that is enough to chase away the Mutalisks. Again, these are 2-2 Marines. These are scary, scary Marines against these Mutalisks. But has he lost a Muta yet? He's lost 3, which is much better than I thought we would see. But Bly is really on top of things today. He's doing a great job. Also, Polt isn't making Thors, which I think is a mistake. You really want to make Thors against someone who's going Mutalisks, especially with some of the buffs we've seen to their anti-air. Target firing on those Banelings really, really nice. I'm liking this from Polt. Cruising up, killing tumors, going up a ramp with the Marines squeezing through. The tanks can't come through there, but they can support from the low ground a little bit, at least. Muta's trying to jump on top of the tanks, as there's not as much Marine support here, but is there enough Marine support? Yes, to keep at least a couple of these tanks alive. 2 of them exactly. Baneling's getting some serious hits on the right side of the map, though, too. The right side of the screen. Bly is just making panic-lings right now. He has a Terran army at his front door. The Marines are fighting against these Mutas, but you know what? There's actually enough Mutalisks to win this fight. And the tank goes down, and the Marauder with 11 kills is left on his own. Nobody will even have the courtesy of killing him, and there he finally goes down. Bly taking the bottom right-hand corner, working on full upgrades for his Zerglings, including adrenal glands. Polt's got his 3-3 just about now. That +3 infantry armor is just about done. And +3 attack has been done for a little bit now. Ultralisks in production here for Bly. Polt, on the other hand, does he have anything to deal? There we go. Thors are here. Magic boxing the Thors, though. Again, the splash damage is problematic, but if you can magic box the Thors, you're going to have a better time. Lings and Banelings against this 3-3 little tiny god Marine group. Little tiny gods against most things that Zerg can do, but not that great against Ultras. So the Ultralisks, if they ever show up here for Bly, are going to be a big problem for him. Bottom right-hand base is scouted by a single Marine. He has the job of trying to kill an entire hatchery by himself. No. That's not going to happen. And Lings and Mutas come in. The door is ajar! The door is ajar! Also, I feel like Polt could really stand to have some Widow Mines here, but not doing it. Lings and Mutas on top of these Marines with medevac support. The 3-3 really standing in to a certain extent. A lot of Lings are dead, but there are so many here. The Mutalisk count. Do I dare look? 2. 2 Mutas remaining. They might actually get a tank before all is said and done. And they do. Polt decides to take his revenge out on Bly's attempt at a 5th base on the bottom right-hand side. And the Mutas finally go down to some reinforcing Marines popping out of these barracks right here. So the Mutas are dead. In about 7 minutes. So I was wrong. 29 Mutas have died, though. That is such an investment in resources. Bly's lost 21,000 resources, and Polt's lost 13,000. Oh, that Infestor. Stim it. Stim it. Polt, stim it. Stim it. Oh, you could have killed that Infestor. Why didn't you? Morlings cruising on in here. Tank firing haphazardly upon them with some Marine support. Top left-hand base of Polt trying to get a 5th of his own. And that is a command center upgrading to a planetary. Forces the cancel and the lift. Told you this would be a good game. It is really back and forth right now. Zerglings decide to take out their anger on a couple of these SCVs. Some of them die. But then Marines come in to support. They push up the right side, going really well for Polt. If you can catch that Ultra now, he still takes several Marines with him, but he's dead, and that helps. Every Ultralisk you can kill with basically just Marines is a good one. No, the Banelings? Yeah, there was not enough time there for Polt to save that. Planetary on the left side trying again. Bly just has a handful of Lings and Banelings here. That's enough for a pickup, and the SCV pickup in the medevacs is really nice. Fungal being used? What? I haven't seen Fungal in a while. Fungal Baneling getting tossed down on this entire group, but you know what? Polt's still here. 7 kill Siege Tank. 6 kill Thor. This base in the top left not going super well against these fully upgraded Zerglings, but enough. Just enough to stay alive there. 2 more Ultralisks in production. Bly has another hatch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. This bottom right-hand base for Bly did not die despite the fact that there were Marines there. 6 more Infestors on the way. Bly using Infestors. Have not seen Infestor use a ton against a bio-playing Terran like this recently. These drones are all dead. That's unfortunate. This 6th hatchery going to go down too. Unfortunate. Then you pick up and get out because Banelings and Ultras can't stop you when you're inside a medevac. That is a big-time mule group coming down to the top left-hand base. I want to say these Banelings and these Ultras can kill this planetary. In fact, maybe just cancel it now. All right. Well, I mean, even if you try to repair, there's a million Banelings here, so goodbye everything. And again, picking up's the only way you're going to save any of these SCVs. It's 62 to 30 workers. Polt is down. Polt is down massively in economy right now. Again, doing a pretty good job killing bases, though. Does he kill this base twice? He killed this 5th base 2 times today. How many hatches down, Falcon? Well, 5. 5 of them down, actually. More Mutas actually coming in. Bly decides that Mutas are the way to go. The magic box is real. Don't lose the medevac with the Thor. Unload, splash, and dead. I mean, it could have been worse. He took a few Mutalisks with him. Mutas are 100, man. They're not cheap. They're not cheap units. But look, Liberators with anti-air. Mutas don't want anything to do with it. I'm telling you. So Polt has lost some bases himself. 1 planetary and 1 he had to cancel, which isn't great. Yeah, Liberators against Mutas, fairly good. Not stupidly good, but good. Especially in numbers here. So armor supply 167 to 90. So Polt's way up in army. But Bly's up in economy, which means if Bly is able to get up a bank, which he's been struggling to do today. This is a big, scary push from Polt, though. 3 Marines and Marauders. Liberator support in case there's Ultras. The Infestors are here, but I'm not sure they're good enough. God, what a good game this has been. I was expecting a lot, and this has been really great. Left side base, 4th base of Polt going to die to a Baneling Ultralisk attack again. Banelings trying to get hits on these SCVs, doing fairly well with it. Fungal's getting tossed down from Bly, fairly well connecting too. If the Marine count is low enough, the Mutas can just handle this, and that's the trick. Can you get the Marine count low enough? Another hatchery is going to die, though. Oh, Bly. What is that, a 6th or a 7th hatchery today? 7 hatches down for Bly. Muta is trying to pick off the Liberators. They get 3 of them and are forced to flee because there are literally almost an entire page there of Marines. Another base because this Ultra crew is just wrecking base right now. They're killing it. Not a good position to attack, though. Don't come into the choke. Yeah, he went into the choke. So the Ultras are dead. The Mutas can't engage either. Maybe they can. They're trying, but it's not going super well for them. Medevac healing. The Mutas are fighting. Oh, it's so hard to kill Marines with this kind of support and the upgrades they have. But the Mutas managed to get there. Do they have upgrades or what? They must have. At least no? Do they not have any air upgrades? Oh, they have +1. All right, well, that's good, I suppose. Counts for something. Polt decides to move on in. Belai's income's not great. He's long-distance mining from a base he just barely managed to get. I mean, Polt's income is also terrible. Let's not compare apples to oranges here. Let's do apples to apples. Polt needs this base, and he needs to hold this base, and that's what the Liberators are for. So Muta's taking shots from the Thors, missile turrets in production. This Ultra sneaks right on past. Does have anabolic synthesis, you can tell because of the little jet stream coming behind him as he trundles along. Mutalisks flying into a group of Marines, getting murdered. I don't know what this army's doing for Polt. Come help. You could have got that hatch if there was help. I guess unsieging the tanks is pretty scary stuff, though, huh? Tank fire on those banelings is pretty nice. Army supply 165 to 76. I mean, this is... Polt has a massive army advantage, but he has 19 SCVs remaining and is effectively barely mining off of one base right now. Got another hatch down, though. And I mean, once you get to 10 hatches, I think your next one's free. If you're Polt here. So, this is incredible. What a match. What a crazy match this is. Ultralisk comes in. Nice fungal getting tossed down. Take a tank fire is not what you want, though, if you're that Ultralisk or those Infestors. So Bly pulling back quite nicely. Muling is Polt at his new base, trying to get additional income here. He doesn't have much of a bank, but it's okay, I guess. More tank fire, though. I'm telling you, tank fire is what keeping Polt in this game. 25 kill tank. That is a 26 kill siege tank for Polt. Killing tumors. These lings going down. The Ling Baneling coming on top of these Marauders. The Marauders are okay with absorbing Baneling shots because it means that nobody else is. They don't take bonus damage from them. The Ultralisk, oh, in range of the Liberator. Really doing a good job staying out of range of the Liberator, but then the tank fire is a problem. Dude, I think Polt has this one. He's way down in economy, but his army supply is like 3 times as big as Bly's is right now. Bly is trying to expand elsewhere. Polt is being incredibly patient right now. He doesn't have a ton of army at the front. He's not exactly reinforcing it either. Oh, the fungal. There's 2 Ultralisks now. This is a scary position for Polt to be in. Trying to pull back, trying to pull into the Liberator circle of death. Getting some big-time hits onto these Ultralisks. Thor fighting too. Ooh, has to get out of there. 40 kill siege tank for Polt. That is a commander siege tank. Thank you very much. Resources lost. 46,000 for Bly. 33,000 for Polt. I think Polt's done. I don't see it. I really don't see how he comes back from this. His army supply is 37, and it consists of 18 Zerglings and Ultralisk and 5 Infestors. Is he going to leave this tank here forever? Oh, he's picked the Thor up. He's going to try to harass over here, but Zerglings have something to say about that. You know what? This Thor doesn't really care about your handful of Zerglings at all. Polt pushing up this left side. Dude, this, again, 10th hatch killed. And your next one's free. Congratulations, Polt! Frequent hatchery killer of 2020. Gets 10 hatches. I don't know that I've ever seen a Zerg player win a game where 10 of his hatcheries died. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've ever seen that. Hey, look who's making corruptors. Bly is being converted to the corruptor religion. I like it. I like it a lot. Dude, this tank, this 41 kill hero tank is being left entirely alone with a single Marine to protect him. Baneling rolling. 6 SCVs down. It could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Bly's base up here mining is a godsend to him. He needs it. He needs this one to stay alive for as long as he can. Hero 7-kill Marine killed by Zerglings. Tank manages to escape. Is being actually set up in a beautiful position to kill a drone. 3 kills from a tank to kill a drone, which is hilarious. I guess maybe if it has 3 armor, right? As it certainly does. And tank trying to kill this hatchery, but no. No! Hero tank, why? Why were you left with no support? Blah. Polt has managed to expand on the left side here. What the heck, Bly? Why are there overlords over here? And why didn't you have speed yet? Are you an insane person? Get speed. Not interested, it would seem. Not in the tiniest or teeniest of bits. Bly trying to replace this bottom rightish base that I think has died 4 times today. Doesn't seem super ideal. Is that cloak? Is that Banshee cloak he's working on? The Banshee cloak and the Ghost cloak look exactly the same, but I don't think he has a Ghost Academy. So Banshee cloak it is. He has an idea to go for Cloak Banshees to win this game. Which has been, again, really close. Really, really well played here. Greater Spire coming in from Bly. Still 43 drones, but it's 39 SCVs. I'm telling you, you don't kill a Terran all the way, they're not dead. They can recover pretty quickly to losing a ton of SCVs. You know how many he's lost today? 75. He has lost 75 SCVs, and he's still in a position to win this game. Bly's army is neither super large nor super intimidating, but not like Polt's army is massive either. So, I don't know. It's close. What else am I going to tell you here? Ling's running into a death storm, though. Yeah, don't be in there, you handful of Corruptors and a couple Banelings. 3 tumors dying. How many tumors have died in this game? Quick check. 73, 74, 75. And this hatchery's in a lot of trouble. The army's in position to deal with it, but they have to come up a ramp. And go, 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 go. Sandwich. Sandwich them. Take the infestors. Get the ultras. It did not go super well for Polt, I gotta say. His army gets wiped out, but this bottom side base, which has died 4 times, is probably going to die a 5th while we're at it. Not enough army came down to save it. The medevacs are in trouble, but the hatchery is dead. Did he win this? Polt managed to win this northern engagement. I thought for sure it was wiped out. Okay, I think that might be your GG. It's 114 to 39 army supply. Bly is making more Paniclings. And I mean, it's working. It's holding off Polt's army from getting here and killing this hatch, which I think is GG. This hatch dying, not as big a deal because it's almost mined out anyway, but this is like the source of income for Bly, and that hatch is going to die. So we're going to get, that's going to be 12 hatcheroonies down today. Polt is winning this thing in an incredibly stupidly close match. Broodlords in production from Bly. The win now button has been pushed, ladies and gentlemen. Can he win? With some infestors, some lings and banelings, and 4 broodlords. The answer, I fear, is no. I'm telling you, this hatch down was a GG. Not officially, mind you, but a GG nonetheless. Hero Marine, done. 3 more infestors on the way. Those windfesters, the windfesters and the windlords. What? Is there a derisive nickname for broodlords? I don't know if there is one. Changeling is trying to sneak around. Ghost's on the way from Polt, so maybe he did get Ghost Cloak. Where the oh, Ghost Academy's there. Steady targeting, pretty good for broodlords, as it turns out. Tanks on sieging. Sieged up tanks are broodlings' favorite targets of all time. I want to say maybe Colossus are a better target, but Colossus can defend themselves better than tanks can. Sieged up tanks with broodlings dropping on their heads just die. They just die, which is why Polt unsieged them immediately. Trying to take the southwest-hand base. Polt is trying to win this game without making a single Widow Mine, which is weird because he was really active in Heart of the Swarm when Widow Mines were awesome and always used. And Bjorn used them all the time to great effect. So I'm very surprised we haven't seen any here from Polt. I don't know, maybe he figures they're kind of a hit and miss unit. Dude, is this hatch gonna die again? Yes. Liberator attack. I mean, these Lings are doing a good job staying outside of the circle, but the hatch is down again. The Brewlords come in and are getting killed by friendly fire tank splash, which is a bad way to die. Like, do you think they tell the families of dead Marines that they died because a friendly tank fired on a Zergling that was in the general vicinity of the Marine and the splash killed him? Probably not, right? If I had to guess. Dude, Polt's up in workers now. It's 35-22. Polt's comeback in this game has been pretty immense. I mean, again, Bly's never really had a massive advantage. Polt's done a really good job keeping the base count down and keeping the drone count low. But this has been a fist fight. This has been a rock fight. Oh, EMP the Infestors! What an EMP! Oh, and the Ghost lives. Are you kidding? The Infestors coming in and all die. And that's your good game. Polt is your winner in 30 minutes and 37 seconds. Do we call that an epic game? You guys get to decide. You patrons, first people to watch this game, get to decide if this is an epic game. I want to say any game in which 13 hatcheries die and it's 30 minutes long counts as an epic game. 87 SCVs get killed and the Terran player wins anyway is an epic game, right? It's fitting some categories for me here. But hit that like button if you enjoyed that match. I thought that was a ton of fun. Again, this is not Innovation versus Serral, right? This is some maybe little bit of lower level play compared to that stuff. This isn't BlizzCon, but it's still really good, really fun StarCraft. I don't know. I never felt like Bly was able to get up the giant scary army. I want to say losing 54 Mutalisks was the key in him losing this game. You think they paid for themselves? I don't think they did. They're expensive. Corruptors serve their purposes better. You can get more Banelings if you don't have 54 Mutas. It's good. It's good stuff. The Infestors did some good things. I loved the fungal play. Polt never made a Widowmine, which I'm very confused about. That one battlecruiser got some good stuff done. And then ends up losing 236 Marines, which isn't really a lot. 14 tanks seems like a little bit for a 30-minute game, too, and 5 Thors. As well as an orbital command and 2 planetary fortresses. So the number of bases dead alone is a really, really good number for both these players. So, good match. Again, I want to say don't make Mutalisks. I want to say make some Widowmines would be my suggestions. But Bly's consistent inability to defend hatcheries and Polt's ability to show up unexpectedly at hatcheries was a big deal, right? Bly's creep spread was incredible early in the game, and then 82 creep tumors died, and it wasn't as good anymore. And Polt was able to sneak up on him and get stuff done. Simply, that's what we're dealing with. All right. Well, that is going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.